The genocide of Hindus by the Moplas of the Malabar region of Kerala refers to a series of incidents where the Hindus were not only butchered, but the entire incident was completely wiped out from our history textbooks. So who were these Moplas and why did they kill Hindus? See, the word Mopla is an English word for Mapilla, which means son-in-law in Malayalam. They were among the earliest Muslim settlers in the Malabar region of Kerala, and they traced their origin from the Arabs who used to trade with India. They married Hindu women and hence got the name Mapilla. As long as the Arabs were trading with India, the Moplas were doing fine. But when Portuguese arrived in India, the Arabs lost hold of the trade and the social and the economic condition of the Moplas started getting deteriorated. And since they were not allowed to hold land in Malabar, they started doing menial jobs. Most of them started working for Hindu landlords. Slowly, the feeling of animosity grew among the Moplas towards the Hindus, whom they saw as their rivals. Between 1821 and 1921, there were about 51 militant outbreaks of the Moplas, which were waged in the spirit of jihad against anyone whom they saw as their opponent. In this video, I will discuss particularly about the genocide of Hindus, which started on 20th of August 1921. The background of the event is that just after World War I, the Ottoman Empire, which is present-day Turkey, was broken up, and the ruler of the Ottoman Empire, who was the Caliph or the spiritual head of the Muslims all over the world, lost its position. This had an adverse effect in the most unlikely place, India. The Muslims of India were enraged and they rose in protest against the British. They formed an All India Khilafat Committee at Lucknow in 1919 under the leadership of Ali brothers, Muhammad Ali Johar and Shaukat Ali Johar, and they demanded that the position of the Caliph along with his territories be restored to him. Now this All India Khilafat Committee could not take the form of a movement until it got the support of Mohandas Karamchand Gandhi. Gandhi saw a golden opportunity to unite the Hindus and Muslims to attain the objective of Swaraj, and thus he declared that if British failed to address the sentiments of the Indian Muslims, he will launch a movement of non-cooperation against the British. Their demands fell on deaf ears, and thus the non-cooperation movement was launched in support of the Khilafat movement. Initially there was bonhomie between the Hindus and the Muslims, but soon things started taking communal turn when a Khilafat subcommittee was formed in Malegaon, Maharashtra in March 1920. The volunteers of the committee started by giving religious sermons, calling Muslims to unite for the Khilafat cause, but later on they started burning temples, killing and looting people who did not support their movement. This violent fanaticism was repeated at Barabanki in Uttar Pradesh and other parts of India. The idea was to keep the flames of communal hatred burning. In one revealing speech, Muhammad Ali said, "If the Afghans invaded India to wage a holy war, the Indian Mohammedan are not only bound to fight them, but also fight with Hindus if they refuse to cooperate with them." On the other hand, Gandhi was advising Hindus to completely submit themselves to the Mohammedan dictum and not to irritate the Mohammedans by insisting on prohibition of cow slaughter. Now we will come to the event which took place in Malabar. The Muslims of Malabar thought that they can bully the Hindus of Malabar to support the Khilafat movement just like they did it in other parts of the country. But the Hindus of Malabar had centuries of experience of living with the Moplas, who were notorious for their fanatic behavior and violence. So the Hindus refused to cooperate in the Khilafat movement and thought that the Muslims will leave them alone. But they were wrong. Moplas took it in a different way. They had already been told by their leaders to attack the Hindus if they refused to cooperate. The result was that the Moplas were armed and ready, but the Hindus did not have the faintest clue about what was coming onto them. And a series of violent incidents started taking place from 20th of August 1921. There are many accounts of atrocities committed by Moplas which has been recorded by the contemporaries of that period, such as Annie Besant, C. Shankaran Nair, C. Gopalan Nair and others. In his book Gandhi and Anarchy, C. Shankaran Nair writes, "Thousands of Hindus were butchered, women subjected to shameful indignities, thousands forcibly converted, persons flayed alive, entire families burnt alive, women, it is said, hundreds throwing themselves into wells to avoid dishonor, violence and terrorism threatening death standing in the way of reversion to their own religion. In a newspaper called New India, edited by Annie Besant, she gave an account of a ghastly, inhuman crimes of the murders of babies and pregnant women. On the basis of a report by a refugee in Calicut, she wrote, "A pregnant woman carrying 7 months was cut through the abdomen by a rebel, and she was seen lying dead on the way with the dead child projecting out of the womb." In the same newspaper, she gave another spine-chilling account of atrocities on a family. A respectable Nair lady at Melatur was stripped naked by the rebels in the presence of her husband and brothers, who were made to stand close by with their hands tied behind. When they shut their eyes in abhorrence, they were compelled at the point of sword to open their eyes and witness the rape committed by the brute in their presence. There is no shortage of accounts of the Hindus reporting their plights, of lives destroyed, of kins lost, of religion defiled. There is no doubt that Malabar genocide was indeed the biggest assault on Hindus in the history of British India. Now I will end this video by quoting what Mr. Aridan Muhammad, a senior Congress politician, had to say about the event. In an interview published in Swarajya Magh, he straightforwardly said, "Even though the initial idea of Khilafat movement was to fight against the British colonialism in India, what happened in Malabar riots was a catastrophe. Acts like attacking Hindus, invading and claiming their lands, robbing their properties, forced religious conversions were part of the riots. Such assaults against Hindus forced them to flee from their homelands. It is a fact that Hindus were harmed and tortured at that time, and nobody should disagree with this fact." So friends, if you want to know more about the event, then please let me know through your comments in the comment section. I will share some of the sources from where you can read more about the event. And if you think that others should also know about this chapter of our history, then do share this video with them. Dhanyavad.